All right, man, I can see why this stage bothered you. But that's okay. Got some good feedback for you on what could be done better. I mean, it's not an easy stage. I see that. So this is very hard to do when you're on a lean. Like, I don't think my video looks a lot better, but keeping your weight down and getting ready to push off this way, that's a good situation. You can notice here how you're kind of have all your weight over on this left leg. And that's not ideal. If you're going to do an aggressive drop step, that can work, but notice no drop step. And that means stepping out, stepping your left foot over the fault line, and then getting an impulse and pushing yourself back the other direction. That's going to help save some time. Now I like this here. This is a good thing. Look at this, set up nice and low and wide, ready to get going. Cool. That looks great. Now in a target like this, I mean, again, this is a difficult stage to get good points on because of how far the targets are. But you can take all the time you need to take, no problem. This is, hey, well done. Well done, man. This is just what it should look like. Good job. Now, yeah, you gave up mad time here. In your stage plan, it should have been, I'm going to be shooting, backing out, shooting, and then your plan should be to shoot. So your head should snap this direction, your gun follows straight after, and you're going to shoot the next targets. This bit here, see how you've dismounted the gun out of your vision now? Like that hand comes off to reload, like what? Yeah, I know you didn't get much time to visualize, but your visualization shouldn't have been, and this will help you in the future, it shouldn't be shoot these targets, shoot this position, then move a bit, then shoot these targets. It should be shoot, if that makes sense. And you're going to turn this bit of movement here as you're shooting, you just work that in there as you transition from target to target. That makes sense. So you're shooting the whole time. The movement isn't really the critical bit. The critical bit is that you're shooting the whole time. And now, this is kind of the bad part about this plan is you end up reloading basically standing still. You know, like I would not do this. I did not do this because I know that if I shoot these targets on the way up, I'm going to end up reloading standing still. And I'd rather do an extra reload than reload standing still. Reloading standing still is no good. And you can tell you reloaded standing still because see the magazine's at your foot. It's a standing reload, my man. There you go. Now here's another thing. I get it. It's slick to cross out of the fault line. That's cool. I guess it cuts down a couple steps. But you had that in your brain so much. Like right now, at this moment, the gun should be loaded and pointed up at the targets at your eye level. Because in 2 steps, you plan to be shooting. And you did this, you emphasized moving quickly and getting outside the fault line. So like right here, all this time is wasted. So from here on, this is 23:63 at the video. There, 24:60. Yeah, so you burned up a second just by delaying getting the gun up on target. There you go. So there's a few, that was the few movement issues here. And the other thing is, the top guys shoot like stupid fast on these targets. Like recklessly fast. Very aggressively. And I'm not seeing that from you here. We're running at full speed. Yeah. So your splits are kind of on point, but here's where you're losing the time. Watch. You see the slide cycle. Now the gun transitions over to the next target. And now by my count, I have a little time sync on the bottom. Boom. You spent half a second confirming your sight picture on that target. Now again, I'll run it at full speed, and you just watch how long your gun lingers. Running this at full speed, watch how long the gun lingers on each target. Yeah, the gun sits there for a bit, perceptible amounts of time at every target before you start shooting. Now, you might look at your points on this stage and be like, yeah, dude, I needed to aim. But what I've found is that the more time you spend aiming on a target scenario like this, it's not improving your situation for points. You're not going to get more points by having the gun sit in one spot on the target and having you then just like look at the sights and be like, yes, the sights are on the target, and then shoot. If you know what I mean. Like, you're not getting more points by sitting on a sight picture. You can get more points by getting a better grip, pulling the trigger straighter, or driving the sights around more precisely to where you want them to go. But this stuff here, you can see this is burning up time, and this is why your time is so far off of the top guys, because the top guys are shooting at targets at this range, and they're not, I would say, over confirming their sight picture. They're just going to take that sight picture that they get and work with it. So the solution: target transitions. Go in the dry fire section, work on the target transitions, the vanilla transitions, and maybe even distance transitions. So in the live fire section of this website, there's a distance transitions drill. Try doing distance transitions on these open targets, and what you'll find is that the more time you spend aiming on those back targets does not necessarily improve your point situation. Okay, it's not going to help. Okay, so take a look at that stuff and try it out, and I think it's gonna change your life.